Allah, for He and He alone is giving us victory over our enemies.
A 10-cent masquerade. You walk, you talk, you who you think you are. Street life. We're back live. News Radio 640 WGST. This is the Ralph from Ben Hill Happy Hour. Gotta go to Buckhead quickly. From Buckhead, we're going to Carrollton. When we leave Carrollton, we're going to Stone Mountain. We're going to wind up in Jonesboro. We're talking about Thomas, William, Darryl, and Bert. 233 WGST, 1-800-FON WGST. Talk how you like. Friday, happy hour. Eagle flies, and so do I. Street life. Let's get back to the calls. Thomas in Buckhead, you're on the underground. Talk how you like, Posse.
Finally talking to you.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I'm finally talking to you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Listen, I want to talk to you about Disney.
Yes, sir.
I've been an employee of the Disney Studios for 18 years. I'm a location manager.
Yes, sir.
And I got to tell you something. None of those people did any drugs that created the wonderful fantasies and artistic cartooning of the Disney Studios.
All right, now let me tell you.
Firsthand, man.
Homeboy.
I'll call you up and tell you, I think you got just, your license is amazing, man. You make statements like that, it's unfounded. You don't have any documents for that.
Homeboy, I got books on the shelf, and I got books on top of the books. Walt Disney and his brother, one of them got put out of the service for smoking dope. They took acid. They did the movie on acid. Now, you talking about this other mess that you're talking about? You talking about the Disney Studio? I'm not talking about Bambi.
Man, they're Masons. And Masons.
Homeboy, I wouldn't care if they was I wouldn't care if they was cannibals. I wouldn't care if they were albinos. They smoked dope. They took acid, and they made that movie. It's nothing but colors and music.
Unqualified statement, man.
Partner.
Totally. You have no documentation.
Partner, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't so.
A radio talk show, and you can say anything you want.
I can't say fire.
Of that family, and I'm a personal friend of that family.
Partner, I wouldn't care if you were Walt Disney.
Man, you're not dealing straight with the public.
Partner, I wouldn't care if you were Walt Disney. I got facts, evidence to back me up. You entitled to your opinion?
Man,
huh?
Don't have nothing.
Partner, you worked for him for 18 years.
Yes.
I'm 41, man. I've been watching Walt Disney, checking Walt Disney out half of your life.
I don't care about that. What you're making is an assumption which is incorrect, and you're telling...
This is not an assumption. I'm making a statement.
You're no different than somebody in Germany.
No, sir, I am a whole lot different. They were looking for me in Germany. I'm looking for them. And Walt Disney smoked pot. He took acid. He took psilocybin. He ate mushrooms.
Any of that.
He dropped acid.
Never.
And I will bet you $50, but I'm not a betting man. I bet you high.
I bet I'm not.
I bet you are, guy.
You don't work for Disney if you do drugs.
Everybody that works... You say what? You don't work for... That's almost a prerequisite.
No.
Man, how you gonna make a...
I don't want to talk to you anymore. You don't know nothing.
Sucker. Hey, Fantasia. You know, what's that? I can't give Walt Disney credit for Alice in Wonderland, but that's nothing but dope. That's nothing but dope. I think he did it, didn't he? He made a picture out of that. That's nothing but dope. You know, nothing but drugs. Alice in Wonderland. What happens? She eats a mushroom. She loses her mind, and she thinks she's shrinking up, and she falls down into a hole. And then rabbits and things start talking to her. And she starts following the rabbit through the hole. Then she run up on a caterpillar, smoking a hash pipe. You know what I'm saying? Andre and Decatur, you're on the underground talk out here like Posse. I mean, you know, it's just, Andre, are you with us, my brother?
Yeah, man.
It's unreal, man. Did Walt Disney smoke dope?
Man, it's in writing that Walt Disney smoked opium.
He smoked opium. He smoked the best opium.
writing.
He had the pure opium.
Understand that ain't a book that you or I or anybody else African American wrote. You know, somebody white wrote that. So they either lying on him or they lying to us. You know, if it's a lie.
They've been lying. Did you see the paper the other day, Andre, where they were talking about Mark Twain, not Longfellow, what's the sucker's name, Walt Whitman?
Yeah.
And a couple of these other so-called literate, I get tongue.
Giant.
Yeah, I get all tongue-tied. Suckers straight out cold-blooded racist. Well, my man, Mark Twain, that everybody romanticizing about, talking about he gonna give his buddy a herd of niggas.
Yeah.
You know, he in South Africa, so when I get back, I'm gonna give you a herd of niggas.
One of the key characters in Huckleberry Finn was Nigger Jim.
Nigger Jim. This sucker Will Rogers, America loves him to death.
Yeah.
Oh, tobacco smoking, tobacco chewing, tobacco eating, humpback, poor white trash.
Yeah.
He on the radio, his first show, he say nigger 24 times.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, look at our own region here where we live. A lot of the streets that are just being renamed now, you've pointed it out yourself, Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Gordon Road.
I mean, it goes without saying. Look at the statues down at the Capitol.
You know, when you pull the sheet off and you show these suckers the reality of who they are and what they are, Walt Disney didn't smoke dope.
Yeah. Well,
man, you know, come on.
Statement.
Oh, you're racist, Ralph. You're racist.
It's a foolish statement because he doesn't know what Walt Disney...
I worked for the Walt Disney family for 18 years.
The United States government knows what Walt Disney did.
Oh, yeah.
That they published is either an outright lie or it's the truth.
I don't know how we got off on this, but we own it.
You know, see, my question about, you pointed out this situation, and one of the things that I really called about was I finally got a chance to listen to that transcript between the lady that called the police in Milwaukee. I've never seen anything like that.
You've never heard anything like that?
Citizen calling the police.
Yes, you have. You've seen something similar to that.
All right.
Rodney King.
You know, I'm just, you know, I guess, you know, it's in my makeup to, you know, for all the things that I've seen, I can still be surprised.
Right.
That's something in my upbringing. But, I mean, the simple fact of the matter is that it's a matter of public record now that somebody had told the police that, hey, something's going wrong. They bring a 14-year-old out with his behind bleeding and in handcuffs, and they let this guy talk him into taking him back?
We got kinky, officer. We were getting kinky.
That's incredible.
Sick. Andre, appreciate your call.
Yeah, man.
I got to talk to Burton, Jonesboro. 233 WGST, 1-800-FON-WGST. Ralph from Ben Hill. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I burst your balloon on Walt Disney. All of the Bambi movies and the what's that? The Seven Dwarfs. That ain't nothing but that was nothing but an orgy. A white girl living with 7 little freaks.
Cannot tell it like it is.
Well, I'm gonna tell the truth. That's the truth. She gonna go to sleep, and some prince gonna kiss her and wake her up. You know. Fairy tales. Talking bears and pigs talking and things. This is Let's get back to the calls. William in Carrollton, you're on the Underground Talk. How you like Posse?
All right.
Hey.
Man?
Huh?
Well, I was talking on the radio, man.
Yeah, man. You're live. You're on the radio.
Okay. Hey, Ralph. I think you done gone Hollywood on us, brother.
Darryl, Stone Mountain, you're on the radio.
That was a nice slam there, Ralph.
I didn't slam nobody.
That was excellent. I mean, the way you did it, though, it was real nice. Ralph, you're a breath of fresh air, brother.
Oh, Lord, I love to hear it.
I know you haven't heard in a long time.
Did you hear Sean tonight, my brother?
Man, let me tell you something. I'm surprised you didn't mention me to Sean.
Homeboy, I ain't missing no hard legs to my baby.
You didn't even try to hit on her, Ralph.
I couldn't on the air. You don't know what I was doing off the air, man.
You could have put on hold or something.
I talked to her off the air. Man, come on, what you comment? You getting in my personal business.
I won't do that there, Ralph. I won't do. And I could have.
Brother, I shot my best shot. I
know you did.
I just unloaded. I got to talk about Walt Disney, so hurry up. One man, you stay tuned, because these suckers going to unload on me, but I'm going to take them all on.
What about that, Ralph? You got angels around you. You got angels protecting you.
Well, hold on. Put Darryl on hold while I talk to her. I might need some help. Steve and Gwinnet, you're on the Underground Posse.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
All right.
Listen, I find it somewhat disconcerting that you can sit there and make all these unsubstantiated claims about Walt Disney, but yet You were completely not open to any unsubstantiated claims about Martin Luther King being a plagiarist, being an adulterer, lining his own pockets. I mean, you can't have it both ways, my friend.
Partner, I'm not trying to have it both ways. And what you're trying to do, you're trying to seduce me into a racist, you're trying to bait me into a tit-for-tat situation. You can have your comment. You can relish in your little racist mentality, my friend, because really what you're saying is petty and trivial, and it doesn't bother me. But I pumped you up so much. I pumped your mind up so much. I stirred you out of the woodwork. You called me. I didn't call you, sucker. You can say whatever you want to say about Dr. King. Allah is Dr. King's judge. I know for a fact what Walt Disney did. I know he smoked dope. You can't tell me he did not.
How do you know that?
Partner, I know. Suffice it to say, I know.
And you and the two biggest racists in this town.
Partner, I'm not a racist.
Are you and Hosea Williams? You were the two biggest racists.
Partner, if I was a racist, there would be some... Hey,
everything.
Steve, if I was a racist, there would be dead Caucasians in the street of Atlanta, and there would be warrants out for me if I was a racist. I know how to be a racist, my friend. You better be glad I'm not a racist.
Oh, you're the biggest racist in Atlanta.
Well, if you think I'm the biggest racist in Atlanta, you need to meet my brother and my cousin Kareem. They some serious racists. Yeah, you crawl back into your little shell out there in Gwinnet County. Let's go to College Park. Darryl, I'm going to let you go. I handle them by myself. Money in College Park. You on the talk how you like, Posse.
What's happening, Ralph?
Ain't no hap home.
Hey, Ralph, the white boys' bubbles are being burst.
Well, when you bust their bubble, they want to burst ours, So that's why I let him get his comments in on Dr. King. He was a plagiarist, and he was a philanderer, and he lined his own pockets.
Ralph,
Man, Mrs. King making more money than Dr. King ever saw.
Serious. But, Ralph, all these years, these white boys done told African folk in America
all kind of lies
about how savages, how savage we were when we were in Africa, telling all those kind of lies when our ancient people civilized the whole world.
They were running around in caves, dyeing themselves blue, fornicating with animals, when we had civilizations that were on the decline.
I'm serious.
And then they say, well, you savage cannibals, you cannibals. And then they get confronted with a cannibal, a real live Caucasian cannibal, a living, breathing, white male Caucasian cannibal, and then they make jokes about it.
They can't deal with it, Ralph. They want to continue to believe these lies. This mythology that their whole society is built on.
It's based on it, man.
And all these...
They suppress their women, they suppress us, every other race, but I'm not going to have any of it. I'm their counterpart. Toe-to-toe, I go toe-to-toe, meet them in the middle of the street, sundown, the town ain't big enough. Ain't big enough for the two of us.
Hey, Ralph, Steve from Northeast Atlanta?
Yeah.
He learned something because when he first called in, when you first came on the radio,
yeah,
you said about the Egyptian was black.
Yeah.
He doubted you.
Right.
Last time he called, he admitted that the Egyptian was black. So now he realized that he learned something. He needs to continue to listen to Ralph from Ben Hill.
Hey, appreciate your call. Let's go to the Newsmaker line. We got Hosea. We're talking about Hosea. We get Hosea. Reverend Williams, welcome to the Newsmaker line.
I don't sound a damn bit like Hosea Williams.
Neal.
I wanted to thank you for teaching me that Afro-American handshake the other night.
I want to thank you for inviting me up there on your show, man.
I've been showing everybody I can shake hands like a black person now.
Now, where you calling from?
I'm in my car. I'm on my way back from the Braves game, man. They're 9-2 behind. I figured, hell with this.
You know who's on the mound, too, don't you? Rick Mailer.
Well, come on, give him a break, Ralph.
Yeah, right. I'm going to break one of them arms.
So what's this you got against Walt Disney?
We were talking, and I don't know how it came up, but I said that Walt Disney and his brother took dope, they took acid, and they smoked reefer, and they made the movie Fantasia. One of them got put out of the armed services. I'm going to do my research and find out which one it was, but one of them got put out of the service because they were dope smokers.
Damn, I wish I could have done something that good when I smoked dope.
And then he turned around, Neal, and made Alice in Wonderland, and that's nothing but dope. The Queen of Hearts and her tarts. You got the Cheshire Cat smoking a hash pipe. Alice taking mushrooms.
Are you stepping on feet, Ralph?
Yeah, we stepping heavy tonight.
Well, Ralph, what you doing stepping on folks?
I got 2 days off, Neal. They got the Braves coming on. They got the Hawks coming on. I was looking in the paper today. They talking about I ain't got but No, they're going to have 175 nights of other programming or something. My head is spinning, man. So the only thing I know when my head starts spinning, Neal, is just pump it up.
Ralph.
Yeah.
The Braves going to lift all our boats.
I hope so. I really do, man. I think so. I think they will. I think it's an asset. I hope my main man gets the MVP, too, Pendleton. I hope he gets the MVP, and then we'll be really rocking and rolling.
I like Marvin Harrison.
I enjoyed your remote this morning, man. That was pretty cool.
Hey, listen, I want you to make sure now. I'm going to let you know when that TV show.
Yeah.
I want you to.
When is it going to be on?
I'll let you know because I want everybody to be able to tune in.
All right.
Listen to you call the representative from the SCLC a buck dancing, chicken eating something or other.
All right, now, Neal, before you go, Godfather.
Yeah.
Every person that I run into, when they ask me about the station,
Yeah.
every person I run into, they say, Ralph, is Neal Boortz really a racist? Can you answer that for the posse?
Well, I would answer that question to anybody that knew what a racist was.
Okay, well, I just got called.
98% of the people that use the word don't know what it means.
I just got called a racist, and I told him I wasn't. He said, oh, you're the biggest racist.
Oh, hell. Here's a quick lesson for your people.
All right, my people.
The definition of a racist is somebody that believes in the inherent superiority of one race over another with the right of that race to rule the other. So, there's not that many racists around. Ralph, I'm going to go under a bridge and lose you here, pal.
Well, Neal, I appreciate you checking in. I'm humble. I've been here a year. This is your first time calling. I appreciate it, Godfather.
I got right through that bridge. Didn't lose.
Hey, we must be raising some hell. You checked in. If I can get Brian to call, I'll be all right.
Who?
Brian, your cousin.
Oh.
Who? That's cold, man.
Listen.
Oh, that's cold.
My what?
I say that's cold. You were dissing my man. I said your cousin Brian. You said who? Hey, Neal, you got Kwami. You want to holler at Kwami? We got your main man, your stepson out there in East Point.
Listen, tell him that maybe tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, he'd do my hair for me.
Do your hairs. Neal, appreciate your call, man. All right. Kwami, I tried to get you on with him. I tried. Well, I tell you, the Sir Lancelot of the white folks called in when I was just getting in my best shots on the white folks. They send Neal at me. Cool him down, Neal. Cool him down, Neal. The boy's going crazy.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Please don't forget, there is a new edition of The Rest of the Story tomorrow morning at 8:30 on Atlanta's official news, traffic, and weather station, News Radio 640 WGST.
You know it. You know he smoked dope. You know it. Will from Loring Heights, call me. 233-WGST. We have an open line, Will. We haven't heard from you in a long time. You know Walt Disney smoked dope. Check in, Will. You got 25 minutes. Will from Loring Heights. Calling Will from Loring Heights. That's a hell of a thing when the talk show host asks for a specific caller. Will from Loring Heights. Check in. Defend Walt Disney. How we got on this, I don't know. Kwami in East Point. Neal didn't want to talk to you, brother. He said you're going to have to do his hair before he can talk to you.
Yeah, I get some Brasso and shine his chrome dome.
He's listening. That's cold.
I know.
He knows where you stay.
Hey. Look, Disney is the one that received a dishonorable discharge on World War I.
Okay.
That's a historical fact because
Smoking?
He kept the discharge behind his desk.
He smoked big dope.
Well, now, I ain't really...
He smoked mustard gas.
Well, I don't know.
He had a gas mask, and he used to put, like, herb in the gas mask and get down in the foxhole, man, and just geek up, bloop up, you know?
Hey, I'm going to tell you one thing, though, about that guy in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Don't joke about it. Don't joke about it.
If they had called the East Point police...
They'd have been over there.
Hey, they would have caught him. Well, East Point, you can't get nothing past it. You don't even like to ride through East Point.
Man, I was about $10 short, like Pee Wee Herman was a little short. I was $10 short on a fine one time in East Point, and they locked me up. I said, can I use the phone? Dude said, yeah, right through there. He pointed, and like a fool, I went to the phone. I heard something say, clink.
Man, East Point, man, gives no breaks, man. But, you know, that's really, you know, I mean, I've never heard anything like that in the history of America, you know, that kind of poor police work. I mean...
I have.
No, I mean, they know what's going on. I mean, I don't know, Ralph. That's...
You ever heard this group, NWA, Niggas with Attitudes?
Yeah.
They got this thing they say when it's a black man dead in East Compton, there's just another nigga dead.
Yeah, well, that's
the same kind of poor police work. The same kind of poor police work that you saw in the Rodney King video. Same kind of police fruit. Same kind. Exact same kind.
Yeah, well, that's true, bro.
Now we got audio and we got video, man. We got the goods. Let's take him to the Supreme Court. No. Let's take him to the UN.
I just thought I'd call in and give you that information on Walt Disney.
He got a dishonorable discharge, and he was proud of it.
Yep, that's right. He kept it over his desk. and they can look that up in the encyclopedia or anything on his life.
Well, you know, if Procter & Gamble got a hold of guy shop for saying that they were devil worshippers or their symbol was satanic, I guess I'm going to get a letter coming here pretty soon from Orlando somewhere. Hey, appreciate your call, Kwami.
Okay, I'll talk to you, brother.
All right, my brother. When I get ready for that Jerry Curl touch-up, I'll come out there and holler at you. Let's go straight to the bottom. Straight to the bottom. 001.
Yes, I called to talk about the creator of animation.
The creator? He didn't create animation. Don't get that dope head that much credit.
I meant the creator of hallucination.
Oh, well, he didn't create that. Let's say the master of the utilization of animation and hallucination.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you're smarter than I am.
No, my tongue just takes its orders a little quicker than yours does. That's why we got the same brain.
Yeah, but Neal called in defense. I didn't know he stayed up this late.
You tried to rob Neal at the Ralph Robert Hill sickle cell remote, did you?
If he would have had his wallet with him.
And you scared him to death. You scared him to death. And then you called on his show. I heard you one time on the Flush the Lines. When he did Flush the Lines, and I'm just an expert at tuning in, but you called up on Flush the Lines, you said, next time you come to a remote, bring your wallet. That was inside radio. I enjoyed that.
Neal is real, though.
Yeah, he's cool. He's real. He's cool. Folks want me to just go after him and attack him and beat him up. I mean, it's kind of like Tyson and Holyfield. They're going to have to pay for that match. You know, if they want me to do battle with Neal, they're going to have to pay for it. I was on his little show, man. He got a pretty good show. I was surprised. He had a crowd full. He had a house full of folks, man, and they stuck around for both shows. Both shows up there at Talk How You Like TV, TV 14. Yeah, Channel Blurry, whatever it is.
Yeah, I get it pretty good where I live at, though.
Yeah, I do too. When I put that aluminum foil on my TV and unhook my illegal cable connection.
He has some pretty interesting shows sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
Just keep that coordination off of there.
Well, you know, hey.
Jose.
Well. Appreciate your call. Let's go to Adele downtown. Adele, you're on the Talk How You Like Underground Posse.
Hi, Ralph. How are you?
Living large.
I want to ask you a question.
Ask me. Go ahead.
You can enlighten me on it.
All right.
How do you think well, first of all, I want to know if you heard about the story about the two brothers in the construction scam, the two black brothers.
I saw it on, what was it, Channel 11, Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 5.
Yes, and they were put up as a front for a...
Yeah, and the white man wouldn't let them get out of it either. He had a way of controlling them.
Right. How did they get talked into it or fooled into it in the first place?
Easy. The lure of easy money. I worked in, and I can enlighten you on this particular subject because you just happen to hit on a resource that I can tap. Mm-hmm. I worked for 10 years at Hartsfield International Airport, and I saw with my own two eyes mirages. I saw mirages out there at Hartsfield. They were quote-unquote minority companies. There was just one contract that I worked on. It was the Flint River Project. And I'd be glad to testify before any grand jury on this with this information. But there was a project called the Flint River Diversion Project, where we took the little headwaters of the Flint River. It's nothing but a creek up here in Atlanta, but by the time it gets to Albany, it's a raging river. We took and made a big old pipe. The pipe was so big we had to construct the bottom part, the bale, and then we put the dome on the pipe. But they had a little bitty jive minority company that somebody propped up, and he wasn't doing nothing but the catch basins and the little storm drains, the little side work. And I had to take the little brother by his hand, and for all practical purposes, I could have been that minority. But I had to take him by his hand and take him to the scrap lumber pile, get him scrap lumber. We used to pull nails out of wood so he could use the wood again, and he made big bucks out there. He couldn't, he was a minority contractor, and he's probably listening, and I'm not going to call his name, but he couldn't even pay the rent on his trailer. All the big white boys had these big trailers out there, you know, with air conditioning and then that spring water in there, you know, the little water coolers and telephones. He had one of them Adobe Gillis type pull behind your car type trailers out there, you know, and it was really actually pitiful. But he was a minority contractor. So it happens, darling. There's a company that rides around and doesn't do anything but put signs up on the interstate. I'm not going to call their name, but it's a similar company. They don't do nothing but put signs up on the interstate. They had a little black dude whose mama used to work for the white folks, and they saw him one day, gave him a front-end load and a couple of ladders and some screwdrivers, and he was a minority company. They had all kind of jive, Mickey Mouse, Mirage-type joint ventures out there at Hartsfield International Airport, and I'll be glad to speak on it anytime anybody wants me to testify. If Ron Saylor can testify, I'll testify, Adele. We're going to take a quick break. 233 WGST. But when I take the witness stand, when I stand up on the witness stand and I take a stand on the witness stand, I want y'all to stand by me.
When the night has come,
when I testify, well,
the land is dark,
Your Honor,
and the moon,
I saw this company and this other company, Your Honor. It was a front, Your Honor. It was a front.
No, I
ain't scared.
won't be afraid. Oh,
I ain't scared.
Be afraid just as long as you stand.
I gotta have a posse behind me.
So darling, stand.
This is Sam Mamolo.
You spend no money with a black person, you create no jobs for black people, you stabilize no black families, and you make no black community safe and happy.
I'll be damned if I believe the hype stereotypes. I plan to die like a warrior, fight until I'm free. How cool can one black man be? How cool? How cool?
How cool? Ooh! How cool can one black man be?
How cool? How cool? How cool?
How cool?
How cool can one
Say it one more time. One more time. One more time.
How cool?
I don't know.
How cool?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
How cool? How cool can one black man be?
Lee in Decatur, you're on the Underground Talk. How you like Posse?
How you doing, Ralph?
Doing great.
That's good. Hey, look, the lady asked me what question I want to ask you, and I told her.
Lady asked you what question you want to ask me. Man, leave that hatchet at home, partner. It's ask, not ask.
Okay.
Oh, man, see, Neal listening, man. See, when you do that, he gonna do that, man, making fun of us like that, man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ask her. I asked her what kind of question. She asked me what kind of question I was gonna ask you. We gonna all get chopped up.
Okay, what I wanted to, get some, feedback from you was on, what would you do to improve this country?
All right, what I do to improve this country, I would take Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, and part of Florida, and designate those 4 or 5 states to be black territories, black states. That would immediately put into effect a sense of community, a sense of unity. That would immediately give us 4 or 5 governors, give us at least 8 senators, adequate representation in Congress, adequate representation in the voting booth. We have our own militia, our own police departments. We would be strong. We would be stronger than we are fragmented. See, it's these black people, my own people, and some white folks that are running around here doing their own thing when we need to be together. We need to separate into these 4 or 5 different states, and we could be a lot stronger. Thus, we would make America a lot stronger.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing I do. Then the second thing I do is I build a big old rocket ship. I mean, a big, the space shuttle that they sent up. Did the shuttle go up today? Without a flaw. I get a big space shuttle, Lee. Big old ship. I put James Brown up front. I let him be the captain. That way we can have some music and things when we take off. And the first place we would go, I wouldn't worry about George Bush talking about 2019. He wants men on Mars. If I was president, the second thing I'd do, aside from these black states, I would send a rocket ship, a space shuttle, to the sun and cut the lights out on these white folks. Hey, appreciate you call, brother. This ain't Fantasy Island, man. Let's go to Jeff in downtown. Jeff, you're on the Underground Talk. How you like Posse?
Ralph, how you living tonight, man?
Living kind of silly, man. We degenerating.
This is my first time talking to you on the phone, Ralph. I just found you a little while ago, and I want to tell you, man, I call in and talk to Mr. Boortz, and I talk to Brian every now and then. I just start listening to them in the afternoon, too, because at work, because the FM radio has gone so south in this city. And when I talk to them, well, not Brian, but Mr. Boortz, when I talk to that lawyer, I'm really tense and worried, because I know that he's working on a different agenda than you are. And I'm really comfortable talking to you tonight. I'm glad you took my call. What I want to talk about is this thing about Neal and you, this relationship y'all keep talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to ask you about it because, besides the fact that he's a lawyer, I'm almost worried about you in the way that I think he wants to be you, because he's not a racist. He's jealous of the fact that you got something to say.
No, he's not. No, he's not, man. Let me
ask you one more question.
All right. You ain't going.
How did he get a hold of you tonight?
He called on a mobile phone on another. Did he call on the Straight Talk line? We called on the Secret Squirrel line. He called on the Secret.
Do I have that number?
You fought through you like a salmon. We call you.
Do I have that number?
No.
So Neal Boortz thinks he's news, and he's not news, Ralph. You're news. Neal Boortz isn't news.
But, partner, Jeff, let me, and I just talked to the brother about acts, but let me explain something to you. Let me explain Neal to you.
All right.
Neal Boortz, Brian Wilson, Rush Limbaugh, and Ralph from Ben Hill, we're in this business for one reason and one reason only, and that's to make money. We're in this business to make money. Neal's agenda and the way he goes about making money is different than mine. Neal can come up with a big crowd. He had a big successful remote. He's the hottest thing in talk radio in this market because he's successful at what he does. Now, when you go to trying to put the personality with the host and you try to paint this picture and you want to make either a villain or a hero out of that person, you can't really do it. You can't really do it. And if you get hung up into trying to pigeonhole the man and saying, well, he's this and he's that, hey, let it be home. He's in here to pump the folks up, to get the racist, Nazi-type, conservative, libertarian-type people, however we want to call them. They call his show. The square, redneck, poor white trash, they call Brian. Right. You know, and then I deliver like a cross-ethnic group of people that's got money, so we all have value. You see what I'm saying?
I do. I see what you're saying, but again, I live my life. I decided recently, in the last year or so, because I'm 31, I'm so fed up with the way, I mean, it's unfortunate the world's like it is, Ralph. I'd like it to be nice, but it's just not going to be that way in my lifetime. But I'm working for a better place on this, and it sounds so hokey. You can call it libertarian bedwetting. You can call it what you want. But let me tell you something, man.
So you even talking like him?
To bring people up.
Okay.
And I called Neal this afternoon and asked a question of these three sports guys because I wanted to talk to Skip Carey, and I hadn't ever talked to those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't talk to them every day, but the chance that I did, he found time to cut me off. He literally cut me off in the middle of a question because he didn't like the way my question was.
Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, Jeff. I got cut off more than anybody in the history of this town, and I wound up with a show.
When I was at the Braves game. I left early myself, and I wanted to call you from the stadium because I couldn't get that old WSB in the stadium, and it's like kissing your sister listening to them now because they're going down, and GST is on the way up, and I'm really glad for you guys. And so I turned into you. I was reading the paper, watching the game, listening to you. And I've only just started listening to you, Ralph. But let me tell you something, man. You are doing something positive. You might talk about this money thing. I don't buy that, man. You were calling the show before you were making a nickel. Your game is to make people wake up, see what's going on, and bringing people together. When you cut people off, I wouldn't cut off an enemy, nevertheless a stranger. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the way he treats people. You treat people with respect, and you treat people with knowledge. All right. Now, I think I intimidate the guy. When I call him, he's always like he's on me.
Well, homeboy, and I don't want to cut you off. One of my tactics is always say goodbye to my callers. That means we kind of, if we don't end up friends, at least we split amicably. But I couldn't hardly say that. But you know what I'm saying.
I do.
I got to go. But I will suggest keep trying to communicate with Neal because the only way you can communicate with him is that you have a dialogue. I used to take my hat in my hand and put on my grinning and shuffling Uncle Tom Negro type shoes and come on with it. Hey, Mr. Neal, I come on him like that. And then, boom, I drop my bomb. So figure out a tactic, some kind of way that you can deliver your ordinance in on his show, all right?
What I'd rather do is just not listen to him and listen.
No, you got to stay tuned.
And I'm going to hope that when you're looking for an opinion that you might believe in, you might be asking for Jeff to call in one night.
10-4.
I'm going to listen to you.
All right, Jeff.
Enjoy your work. Take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, love you too, my man. I told you, Joe Stein, my producer, I have told you 1,000 times, it's not Bob from Marietta. It's Dr. Bob. He is somebody.
I am somebody. Somebody. I may be poor, but I am.
He ain't poor.
Somebody.
Dr. Bob ain't poor.
I may be on welfare.
Oh, no, he ain't on welfare.
But I am. Somebody. I may be unskilled. But I am.
Crack them bones, Dr. Bob. You got a skill. No, he ain't black. He ain't beautiful.
I must be protected.
Triple traffic.
Unforgettable.
Hi, Ralph. This is Sean Robinson. How are you? My number is 414-93...
Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob.
You have a lady.
Dr. Bob.
I like her.
Did you hear her?
Of course.
She's very intelligent.
She's beautiful. She's intelligent. I love the answers that she gave. The lady is a together lady. I tell you, don't stop, man. Go with haste.
I'm going, my man. I'm going up to Milwaukee.
Beautiful.
And she's coming down here on the 23rd. I already got it set up, man. We're going to video this thing, man. It's like a limo.
She is.
We're going to have a limo at the airport and everything. She said it's cool. Oh, she's tough, man. You know, a good Jewish, what do y'all, when Jews get married, what do they call it? It's not like a bar mitzvah, nothing like that. It's a wedding. Okay. Well, I might get married Jewish style, you know. I think
nice.
Yeah, I think I might try it that way. I did the Christian thing.
With Jewish style, there's lots of food.
Lots of food.
Lots of food. There's so much food.
But no barbecue.
Oh, no.
We don't mess around no way, though, do we?
Barbecue, man.
Dr. Bob, were you at the game tonight?
No, I didn't go tonight.
Now, Rick Mailer was on the mound. It was 9-2.
Rick Mailer, they must have put out afterwards. It was Charlie Liebrandt opened up the game.
Oh, okay, because now Rick gave up 2.
Runs, huh?
Yeah, Rick just gave up 2 more runs. Like a pretty good crowd out there tonight.
Well, my next game is Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
That's my next game.
Well, the way it looks, Dr. Bob, we're going to have a lot of time at the games.
I heard that. I told you that when I gave you a message. We'll enjoy ourselves.
All right. Hey.
Don't worry about it. They're going to find, let me tell you this. They are going to find time for you because you are a talent. And there is no doubt in my mind that they're going to find time because they can't keep you off.
Did you see what Dr. John Hogan said in the paper today in the sports section?
That's the guy from WGST?
Yeah, John Hogan, the head boss man, vice president.
What did he say?
He said, scary Norman Airy, the guy that wears that rug on his head, said, what's going to happen to Ralph from Ben Hill now that the Braves and the Hawks are going to be broadcasting 175 nights?
Uh-huh.
And John Hogan point blank told him, said, look, Ralph is WGST. I mean, I'm paraphrasing what he said. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but
let me just tell you,
in essence, it was a vote of confidence.
There's no doubt in my mind that there is nobody in all of Atlanta talk radio that's got your viewpoint. I told you that right from the beginning. You are bringing a whole new viewpoint to things. I'm learning so much that that's why I can't miss your program. I tune in because I don't want to miss what you're saying.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bob.
Take good care.
Your check's in the mail. It's in the mail. Hold on. Let me apologize. C-Bell, Diddy, with that advice about broadcasting. Gary, and your comments about the Falcons. Call this cheap shot artist, Cracker Jack Kennedy. Old Cracker Jack Kennedy is going to do a talk show, when? Saturday night? Yeah, he's going to do Bill Needles' thing, I think, or whatever. Hey, I appreciate it. It's been a very good week. Very, very good week. I want to thank all of the listeners. The majority of you who listen don't even call, and I want to thank you for listening. Thank you, Dr. Bob. Thank you, Jeff. All the other good comments. Hey, man. Hey, Thomas, man. I just want to tell you, man, Walt Disney did smoke dope, man. I want to thank you, too, Thomas. That was a good call. You know? And then the other joke of Steve and Gwinnet talking about Dr. King being a plagiarist and all that. Oh, we get it all right here on the Ralph from Ben Hill Talk, How You Like Underground Posse. But most of all, I like to thank that lovely star from Milwaukee who checked in on the Talk How You Like Underground Posse. That angel. Thank you, Sean. Oh, baby.
Hi, Ralph. This is Sean Robinson. How are you?
I'm living large and prospering.
Let's get out of here.